All right, good morning, everybody. If you can find a seat, we will get started. Wow, welcome to Super Saturday. I want to thank you all for making concessions and time out of your schedule to be here today. Lots of things going on in life. It's coming up on the end of the school year for a lot of people. There's testing and due dates and all kinds of exciting things happening for students. And it's also kind of coming into spring, so it just kind of feels good outside, doesn't it? Makes you want to be outside, so that's tempting as well. And so today is what we call Super Saturday. So if you're brand new, and also I just want to give a special welcome to everyone that is tuning in online. You need me to speak up?
Yeah, it's much better.
It's better now? Okay. So I just want to say thank you to everyone tuning in online, wherever you are around the nation. If you're from another country and you're tuning in from a different time zone, thank you so much for putting this on your calendar, on your schedule. We're going to do our best to not let you down today. We're going to do our best to not let everyone here down today. We're going to give you tools and training and information that you can use, that you can leave here with today so that you can go out and accomplish what it is that you set out to accomplish in the first place. Let's talk about what some of those things might be. Maybe you said yes to longevity because you just needed better friends. that is a possibility, yes or no? Yes. Maybe you said yes to longevity because you just haven't belonged to something cool in a long time and you needed a sense of belonging. Maybe you said yes to longevity because you discovered that the people here were actually pretty cool. And maybe you said yes to longevity because you needed to up the bar in terms of the quality of people that you were choosing to spend time around. You know, it's been said many times that the quality of person you are is a reflection of the quality people that you hang out with and choose to spend your time with. I think there's a lot of truth to that person. I've found that to be true for myself. And over the course of time, as I get older, I've actually intentionally changed my friends. I've come to a place where I realize what my priorities are, and either people are helping me better those priorities and improve on those priorities, or they're not. And if people are taking you away from your priorities versus attracting you into them, then that's a clue for you to think about, who am I really hanging out with and why am I hanging out with these people? So I've personally done that. Maybe you said yes to longevity because something in your life wasn't going right financially. Maybe a career, maybe your job, maybe your income wasn't where you want it to be. Maybe you just don't like your environment anymore where you're at. And maybe you need to be in a more positive one. So people say yes to longevity for that reason as well. And obviously that's a very popular reason. Maybe something's going on with yourself from a health standpoint. Or maybe proactively you're saying, you know what, I don't want these symptoms to pop up for me. I don't want these challenges or problems to pop up for me. I don't want that sickness. I don't want that illness. I don't want that disease. And maybe you've discovered that by using our products at Longevity, that it's not like we're allowed to talk about cures or that you can guarantee that you don't ever contract or attract something like that. But here's what you can do. You can put yourself in the highest possible likelihood to make sure that you give yourself the least reason to contract those things. Does that make sense? Yes. So that's not a guarantee or talking about a cure, but obviously if you do things, then oftentimes you can expect certain things. For example, if you choose to exercise or work out, you can expect that you're least likely to fall into obesity. It makes sense. And obviously, if you change your eating habits, you can also increase the likelihood that you'll stay in shape as well. If you get better sleep, as Joel likes to talk about, then you can also ensure that you have better energy going through the day. There's consequences to our decisions, and sometimes those things are very predictable. Would you agree with me?
Yes.
Okay, so there's some very probable and likely reasons why people say yes to longevity. Would those of you online agree? If you agree, just type agree into the chat bar there, and we'll keep moving. So here's what you can expect today. We're going to have fun. I think today we're going to laugh. I think today we're going to be serious. So there's going to be times when you're probably straight-faced, like where you're going, wow, that's truth. And that really hits me right here. And that just sinks in so well that I have to put on my serious face. And maybe there's times when you're like, that is just so funny that you're split in the gut. And maybe you're going to cry a little bit today. I don't know. Because we have different personalities here. We have different presenters. We have different speakers on different topics. And we just, for fun, we call this Super Saturday. because it's Saturday, and it's super because we're going to make it that way. And so today, we're going to cover a little bit of an overview of longevity, because there's some newer people here, and sometimes when you hear the story, if you will, from a different perspective or a different personality, it just resonates a little bit differently. I'm going to encourage you to do this. Don't take or stop taking longevity maybe so seriously. Think about that for a second. Stop taking longevity so seriously that you've forgotten how to have fun. Because the fun factor, you'll find, is extremely attractive. It's really attractive. My wife and I, our family, we love to have fun. We love to have fun. We love to have so much fun that sometimes we just get ourselves plain and simple into trouble. Last night, it was like our house became a free-for-all. And before we knew it, it felt like the front door was open and the back door was open and people were just coming and going and we were having a blast. And I think like 4 people spent the night at our house that don't belong to our family.
We're not sure.
And I don't even know their names. So it's pretty fun. So, I'm kidding. I knew all their names. It was still fun anyways. So it was just all of our kids' friends. They were just coming and going. We were having a blast. We were playing pool. We were playing ping pong. We had the stereo blasting. We had movies going. And of course, the infamous Fortnite. How many of you know what Fortnite is? Come on, be honest. Raise your hands if you know what Fortnite is. All right, even the professional white collars in here are raising their hands because somebody's addicted to Fortnite. This is like the most phenomenal, captivating, invigorating game that's online right now. And I don't even know why I'm endorsing it publicly, like telling you I don't even know about it, except that it's just a very real thing. And I have to accept that. So we had like 4 TV monitors in our house last night, all at the same time, plugged into Fortnite. And it was a phenomenal thing. So that's just the way it is. We just have fun. So there's times to be deadly serious and focused, and there's times in life when you just have to let your hair down. Talk to me about hair, and I'll help you out. You just have to let your hair down and just have a ball. So that's what life is all about as well. So we're going to go through an overview today. We're going to go through different components and factors that feed into what makes a successful person, what makes a successful business, what makes a successful you, and the things that you're going to learn about yourself are pretty powerful. And so today, within a 3.5-hour time period, we're going to unpack a lot. It's not going to be everything, and that's why we do Super Saturdays all the time. We do them basically on a monthly basis, and it's a chance for you to plug in. It's a chance for you to feed yourself, and it's a chance for you to take new people that are joining you in the business and plug them in as well. And you'll find today that one of the assets of being here is to look around the room and to meet people that you don't know. What I like to do is meet the people that I don't know and put them into my phone, because I then know a little bit about you, and then I'm able to call upon you if I might need your help. Maybe I need to do a 3-way call, and your personality aligns up with the person that might be new or that I might just have started working with. And so that's another thing that's great about Super Saturdays, getting to know people and having them in your contact database. So that being said, we're going to kick off today. We've got Steve Blackburn that's presenting, and he will not be next. I just want you to know who's talking today. So Steve Blackburn is going to share a little bit today because he has a background in architecture, and he's worked at a very high level, gone through a lot of schooling, and he's really organized. And to think about him kind of retiring from his career and stepping into longevity, that says a lot about what we have to offer for someone to make a decision like that. We're going to have Joel share a little bit today. He's in his 20s. He's really smart with social media. He's really smart with online marketing and the attraction marketing that can happen through the internet. We've got some of the younger people that are here today that are high school age, maybe early college. You might hear a testimony or a story, and I might, pull them up to the front of the room to share a little bit as well. We have, where did they go? Yep, so anyhow, oh, there he is, Mr. Manjaris. We have Mr. Manjaris. He's owned a network marketing company before. And so for him to have a career spanning multiple decades, to end up having his career with longevity, guess what? He has a lot of insight, he has a lot of experience, he has a lot of wisdom, and he's got lots of stories that he can pull from. But I'm going to ask him a few questions today to share with you as well. And then we have Juliet. Juliet's going to share today as well, and you're going to love what she has to show you. It's very visual, what she's going to do. She did it last week in Dallas, and it was just really, really powerful. I think you're going to really appreciate a perspective that she's going to put on the business as well. I think you're going to go, wow, that is really eye-opening. And so on top of that, I'm going to share a little bit today as well. And bottom line is we're going to have fun. You ready to have some fun? Okay, so again, thank you everybody for being here online. We're going to kick off Super Saturday. Please help me welcome Mr. Maly.
I love that, man. Anybody else love that, man?
Yeah.
Welcome everybody online. My name is Joel Maly, as he mentioned, and I'm grateful to be sharing with you today. And let's talk about you, because you're not able to have longevity without you, right? And I often tell this same story to our mastermind group on Tuesday night. So longevity for me is the vehicle that allows me to take care of my family.
Ask me to speak louder on the.
Okay, where's the microphone? It's right there. So for me, longevity is the vehicle that allows me to take care of my family. What is longevity for you? And as Scott mentioned, he brought a number of reasons up why you could be a part of longevity. Maybe you need more community. Maybe you need better friends, right? I can tell you I found some pretty awesome friends in longevity. Maybe you need better health. Maybe you need more time. Maybe you need all of the above, right? And when I was in high school, I was 14 or 15. And there are a couple of high school folks here, so I'd love to chat with you after. When I was in high school, I had a good friend, his name was Bryce. And Bryce and I would often have these conversations like, dude, what are we going to do what are we going to do? Like, what are we going to do when we grow up, so to speak, right? And the one thing that kept coming up is, man, I don't want to sit behind a desk. I don't want to sit behind a desk. And no offense to those of you that do, the reason we say that, it's like a metaphor for working for 40 years or 50 years or 60 years at a job that doesn't bring us fulfillment. And so a lot of us younger generation, we can relate, and a lot of us Gen Xers, and I look at Steve when I say Gen Xers.
Thank you.
You can be a millennial, man. You can be a millennial. Yeah. If you want to be a millennial, you can. No. Just believe in your heart that you are. That's like a common theme nowadays, right? Like we want to do something that matters, right? Like we want to be a part of something that matters, that's bigger than ourselves. And so having these conversations with Bryce, like, what are we gonna do when we get older? We don't want to sit behind a desk forever, and we didn't have the answers. Like we didn't know what that was. And you know what's crazy is, you know, years after I had those conversations in my high school years with my buddy Bryce, I discovered this statistic, and it's 85% of Americans are going to jobs every day that they don't even like. Doesn't that stink? Like that, like, oh man. And so there's two things I want to tie to that. Imagine for a second that you wake up and go to work for the next 40 years of your life, and I don't care how old you are in this room, you got another 40 years. I'm telling you right now, you have another 40 years. And you go to work because you want to. Not because you have to. The bills are taken care of. You're financially fine. Imagine going to work because you want to do it. Going to work on the things that you love to do. Not because you have to make a paycheck. So the second thing I want to tie that to is another statistic that I heard in the last couple of years. And this was what they call a 100-man study. And it's a third-party study done like 10 years ago, so I'm sure it's probably even greater now. And they said that 9 out of 10 people, so 90 out of 100 people, by the time they reach age 65, are either dead or dead broke. So that sort of, to me, in my head, I was like, that correlates to 85% of Americans are going to jobs they don't like. 9 out of 10 people by the age of 65 are dead or dead broke. Anybody see the correlation here? Like, isn't that interesting? So the question is, what are you going to do that matters? Like, what are you going to do that's bigger than yourself that you can like dig in and love every day, right? And so, you know, there's a couple of reasons that I chose network marketing. And actually, there are a ton of reasons I chose network marketing, let's be honest. However, I think people fall into two sort of camps, right? They either want to do something amazing with their life, impact people, and you know, make a difference directly in the lives of people, and that's why they get into network marketing. Or they want to do something else that is of their passion and of their that's greater than themselves, impact the lives of people. However, it's not inside network marketing. It's like something else, right? Like starting a charity or doing something, just something else. However, they still need network marketing. Because where do you get the passive income and the residual income to allow you to do this passion, if not in network marketing, right? So you either get into network marketing to be a network marketer, or you get into network marketing to go do something else, and you need the network marketing income. And by default, you're impacting people's lives in both camps. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so, you know, 15-year-old me, I had no idea what I was going to do. And fast forward 4 years, you have spectacular eyes. Yeah, wow, they match your shirt, they're beautiful. What's your name?
Brenda.
Brenda Joel. Okay. Brenda has beautiful eyes. Sorry, online. So you have to imagine that she has beautiful
All
eyes.
right, Brenda, you want to look at the camera?
Yeah.
All right, zoom in.
Yeah. Look how beautiful she is. She's so beautiful. So when I was 19, I got introduced to network marketing, and they said, you can work when you want to, you can earn as much as your effort allows. You earn based on your effort, not your time, and you can make a residual income. Work when you want to, get rewarded for effort, and make residual income. That sounded good to me, right?
Yes.
And wow, the journey it's been. I'm so grateful to network marketing. I was 19 when I got into network marketing. Some of you are in here are 19, some of you are 18, 17 even. And you are blessed beyond measure. I'm speaking to you guys right now. Like, you are blessed beyond measure. And I was blessed beyond measure to be introduced at 19. The first personal development book I ever read was How to Win Friends and Influence People. And that book had a tremendous impact on my life. Tremendous impact on my life. And I have never stopped doing personal development since. And it's been great. Network marketing is a vehicle for that. Because truly, it's a vehicle for giving to others and giving to yourself. And it's such a blessing, because I said you're not able to have longevity without you. And listen, longevity, if you're not able to take care of yourself, you're not able to take care of the needs of others either, right? Even your family, your kids, your whoever. And so, so take care of yourself, and then take care of others, right? And give to yourself. Give this gift of longevity to yourself and to others. And so I'll expand on that a little bit later today. That's just on my mind today. So what is longevity? Longevity is a vehicle for you to get more of what you want in life. That's really it. And when you hitch your wagon to someone who's been there and done it, all you have to do is follow their lead. That's what longevity is. Okay? So, you know, a lot of people, they want to know the details. And I'm one of those people. If you're a details person, raise your hand. Yeah, we got some details people. Fantastic. Oh my gosh, like 90% of the room. Great. You guys are my tribe. So here's the details. So we're publicly traded. It's a 20-year-old company. We're on the NASDAQ. We have President Dave Brisky, and there you go. You get all that? Write it down. Yeah. Dr. Wall started the company in 1997, and there you go. And there you go. So if you want more details, you'll get that. You'll get that here. What you need to know, though, is that the people that you're with are the business that you're in. So if you're in business with good people, you're in a good business. If you're in business with not so good people, you're probably not in a good business. And so it matters who you're following. It matters who you're in business with. It matters who you surround yourself with. And when I saw Longevity, I saw some good people. And the first exposure I had to Longevity was Mr. Scott Bardulis and his beautiful wife, Juliet. And they had such a profound impact on my wife and I that we will never leave. We will never leave Longevity. And that their representation of Longevity to us is the perfect representation of what Longevity is as a company, because it really is about the people. And so if you can get that, okay, so if you want success in Longevity, and success can look to you however it needs to look. It can look like you buying a Learjet 10 years from now, or it can look like you funding your kid's college education. You know, it can look like Longevity residual income paying for your mortgage. Okay, whatever success looks like to you, it can look that way when you're following the right people. And the goal is to be that example, be that person to others, and you will find yourself living the success that you wish to live. Because if you help enough other people in this industry get what they want, you'll automatically get what you want. Now we have the health taken care of. We have the business model and the compensation plan taken care of. All your needs are met there. So I encourage you to do the research, get with your upline, get with the person that showed you the video, whatever it is, and hitch your wagon to someone who has gone that is worth going, somewhere that is worth going. Scott's going somewhere that is worth going. And I'm going somewhere that's worth going. And so, that all being said, if you have some greater dreams for your life, if you know there's more or another level, like more, better, different, if you want more, better, or different for your life, and I did when I was 15, and I still do now, this is the vehicle. That's what Longevity is. It's the vehicle for that. So thank you guys for your attention. Brenda, thank you for your beautiful smile and eyes. And like I said, take action, right? Like, there's no steering in Park's car. Have you heard that phrase? There's no steering in Park's car? Yep. Nick's saying, yeah. That's a good person to get an affirmation from right there. So, so take some action. And so when you leave here today, take some action on your dreams and your goals, whatever they are. And what I'm telling you is Longevity is the vehicle. Longevity is the vehicle. So, I am going to bring Scott Bardulis back up. He's going to introduce the next speaker. And we are going to continue this fun event.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Joel. Can you do me a favor? Because you're an artist, would you come draw something on the board for me?
Yes.
Okay. So while Joel was talking, I had an epiphany, and I love epiphanies because they either work or they don't. And so I think this one's gonna work out. Just like over here, draw me a couple of like 3 prospects, whatever those look like to you. Just three people prospects. That's right there, okay? And then over here, I want you to draw me a power outlet, like an electrical socket.
Okay.
Right over here. An electrical socket. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the power outlet.
All right.
Okay. So while she's drawing, I'll bet you that everybody in this room right now, except for Pickle, who is this big running around in here somewhere, I'll bet you that every single one of you has one of these. Am I wrong?
No.
The person.
Hers is bigger.
Hers is bigger. Okay. Great. So everyone has one of these, and I'll bet you something else too. I'll bet you that almost everybody in here plugged this in last night while you were sleeping. Is anybody disagreeing with me that you plugged your phone in last night? And if you forgot, you felt badly about it this morning, didn't you? Like it really hit you like, oh, crud, I've only got 16%. How much? 48. 48. And you're feeling badly about that. You're going, I hope this like survives until I can get the next charge. And so
I'm like plugging in until 2017.
that's right.
You just wireless it. You know?
Yeah. So you know what's cool about these devices? And by the way, nobody go to your device right now. This is not meant to be a distraction like he's talking about phones, so this is my chance. So on your phone, you have something called what? What do you have on your phone?
Apps.
That's right. You have apps. You have apps. And I've got lots of apps on my phone. You know why I have apps on my phone? Because apps do something that makes my life either more pleasant, more convenient, simplified. It gives me information that's quickly at my fingertips. And I love to be able to go to an app. Like, let's see, maybe the app is Snapchat. Maybe the app is Instagram. Maybe the app is the Weather Channel. Maybe the app is fantasy football. You getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. How valuable are these apps if your phone has zero power?
Zero.
They don't work, do they?
No.
Not even a little bit. You can think about them and you're like, oh man, if only I could, and you fill in the blank. And you realize, I cannot, because you didn't charge your phone. Isn't this like a brilliant tool? Isn't this one of the greatest inventions of all time? Seriously, this has got to be one of the most unique, special things that man has ever created. So much so that everybody has one. Every man, woman, and child, even the homeless person standing on the street corner asking for money, has an iPhone 8 Plus.
Yeah.
Better chance they do than that they don't. So everyone's figured out a way to have one of these to make your life more convenient. You are in the dark ages if you don't have one of these. I don't even know how you're surviving or living if you don't have one. It's that critical. And everybody wants the latest model. So we already discovered if you don't plug this thing in, your life is tortured. I have heard and I've seen people leave the house, they get all the way to work, and then they have to call in sick because they forgot their phone at home, and they will leave and go all the way back home to get it just to finish their day. You feel naked, you feel abandoned, you feel abused when you don't have your phone. So the point is, God made you way more powerful and special than this device. As brilliant as this is, nothing compares to your human brain. This is the ultimate app. There is no app that will ever be invented that will outperform the capacity of your brain. It's that cool. Think about each piece of your body, the eyeball, the pupil, the eardrum, the cells of your body. You don't even understand how you work, and you own yourself. You've lived with yourself your entire life, and you have no idea how you work. You don't. You couldn't even explain yourself. True or false?
True.
Man, when you really think about it, could you explain how you work?
No.
I don't think you could. I don't think the smartest person in this room, I don't think all of us together could explain how the human body exactly works. Do you? I saw this little video clip about 2 months ago, and it was of a little girl. She was clearly schooled on this, but for 10 minutes, she rattled off the explanation on blood clotting.
I've seen that.
Yeah, she was like sitting in her front yard, this cute little girl, probably 8 years old, and she goes, "Hello, my name is Sarah, and I have a cut on my finger. Did you know that I'm capable of stopping myself from bleeding?" And then she went into this explanation for like 10 minutes on how blood clots. And it was like so complex, it was mind-blowing. Just that one little simple factor. What's my point? Is that you must be plugged in if you're going to succeed at anything in life. If you want healthy friendships, you must plug into something that shows you how to be a better friend. And if you want to be a successful network marketer, you need to plug into things and events that allow you to be a more successful network marketer. So Nikki drew 3 prospects over here. So if you look at these faces, these could be anybody. These spaces could be, they could be you, and they could be the person sitting next to you. They could be the prospect that you have not yet spoken to. These are real people. And the goal for all of us is to, hey Nikki, could you come draw me one more picture? Okay. Whatever an expert looks like to you, just draw a picture of an expert, and then draw a power cord that goes from here over here, and just leave it limp right there.
Okay.
With the three prongs.
And you want the expert right here.
Right there, yeah. So your goal is to recognize yourself as a conduit, okay? So if you have an extension cord, and we plug one end in over here, we're at the source of power. But that power cord runs all the way to a lamp. And the lamp has the ability to turn on, it has the ability to light the room, it has the ability to bring something beneficial to your life. It's useless though, unless it's able to turn on. What's the point of a lamp if it doesn't illuminate? Would you agree with me?
Yes.
And so the only way to get that lamp to turn on, it can have the perfect bulb. It can be the most beautiful lamp fixture. It can be really decorative. But if it doesn't have the ability to plug into a power source, it's pointless. If you don't have the ability to charge your phone, it's pointless. If you don't have the ability to charge yourself, you are worthless. Do you get that? So how can you go out into the world? How can you light other people's fires up?
It's kind of like just a tiny.
All right. Not too shabby, Nikki, not too shabby.
And here
We
I
have
am.
to have an earring. All right. Next time. I need a couple of days to think about that. I gotta process what that would do. Literally got an earring.
Glad it's not in the right here.
How many do you think I should pierce my ear?
No.
One. Solve that. I do it. Okay. So these people are all the thing that has potential, and they will get lit up if you are able to take them and plug them into the source. Your job in this business is to plug people in. That's your job. So what do? We plug people in. We take people from where they are and we plug them into experts. And oftentimes those experts are found at events. Why is Super Saturday a good idea? Because this is where you get plugged in. This is where you get your people plugged in. Your job is to just plug people in. Where and to what? Wherever you possibly can. Weekly events, Super Saturdays, leadership mastery coming up in 3 weeks up in Estes Park. That's how you get people plugged in. If you want to really, really grow your business, then you will teach yourself through our leadership how to be an expert at engaging people and plugging people in. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Yeah? Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
Do you disagree? Anybody disagree? Can you see that for yourself? How many of you just had your own light bulb go on? Like, wow, that was eye-opening, or one person? Okay, you all got a little good visual out of that? Okay, perfect. So today, I want you to just imagine the power of you and where you fit into this. So we talked about some whys. Let's just take a live poll here. Jenna, why are you engaged at Longevity?
Because I want to connect and plug in.
Okay, what do you want Longevity to be able to fulfill for you? Why are you here?
I enjoy the community, the product, and the leadership.
Community, product, leadership. Jane, same question.
Pretty much the same answer. I really admire the product. I admire Doc Wallach, and I like this community a lot the more I'm with them.
Yep.
And also, I want to make big money again to allow me to do all sorts of things, including being generous.
Ooh,
That's important to me.
very nice. How would you be generous?
Children, friends, family, everybody gets themselves into a pickle now and then.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of the penultimate mother. So, something happens, here, let me take care of that for you. Because I think it's a kind and generous thing to do. Nobody ever has to know about it. but it's important for me to be able to do those things.
You want to be the anonymous donor. You want to get
Yeah.
back into making big money.
Yeah.
You feel like Dr. Wallach brings a lot of credibility, so you feel good about using the products, like
Yes.
they really mean something. They're not just a label on a bottle on a
No,
shelf in a
no.
store.
No.
Did I say that well?
Yes, you did.
Okay, good.
Very nice
Yeah.
again.
Okay, great. Okay, perfect. So let's see. Devin, why are you here?
For an opportunity to own my time again.
An opportunity to own your time again. That's interesting because how old are you?
17.
17 years old, and you want an opportunity to own your time again.
Yes.
When was the last time you owned your time?
It's been a couple months.
A couple of months. Okay. I like it. That's perfect. So you've got a really compelling story to me. And I think it's really admirable. Would you allow me, would you be uncomfortable if I asked you questions and you shared your story? Come on up here, Devin. Okay, so there's a ton of people tuning in online right now, of course, way more than they're sitting in this room. So for those of you that don't know, this is Devin Stin. He's an amazing young man. And yeah, you are. You've inspired me right out of the gate from the get-go. You just stunned me. Thank you. So I would like all these people to know possibly why you stunned me. And so talk a little bit about being 17, where you're at specifically in your life right now, and what your priorities are and why those priorities exist. What's taking place?
I was faced with an event in my life that changed it dramatically and very quickly. And I never thought it would be something to happen to me or anybody around me. And because of what I faced, I lived a very different life. I worked 90 hours a week to support for a family of 3. And because of longevity, I've got the opportunity to take off some time in the future and own my time and be a kid again.
Yep. So you've had to, let's just say, grow up a little bit faster than other people that are 17 years old. Is that fair to say?
That's exactly it.
So events in your life have kind of forced you to either run away from problems and go high, or face them head on and be a man and step up to the plate and do what you can do. Is that fair to say? Okay, and you're doing that. So how is it that you're working 90 hours a week? Because there's people here that have got degrees and professions and careers, and they're not working 90 hours a week. How do you do that at 17 years old?
Actually, I think YouTube's a great tool, and I saw a speaker say it's not how you manage your time, it's a relationship with time. So I just make sure I know what I need to do, and I know how I'm going to get it done.
Nice.
And that's how I approach it.
Yep. What are you doing right now for income, for your job, for some of these 90 hours?
So I work at a feedlot in Wellington under the name of Pork Feedlots, and it's 5:30 to 8:30 some days. And it's just all day, every day kind of deal.
Yeah. How'd you hear about longevity?
So actually, I was lucky enough to have a great beginning to my life, if that makes sense. It was the start of hockey, and that's a great community. It's a very tight-knit community of great friends, great families. And with one of the relationships I made in that, he approached me later because he understood my situation, and he said, I want to help you, and I know I can.
Wow. Who was that person? Are they here?
Kyle Elliott, yes.
Where is this? Raise your hand, Kyle. Awesome. That's Kyle Elliott. So he basically said, I'd like to help you. I know I can.
Yep.
And how do you do that exactly? How do you fulfill helping you?
He understood the financial problems that were going on, and he said there's an opportunity to not work as much as you are and make the same amount of income.
Great. And what was the next step for you after he said that?
It was simply as meeting with you.
Meeting with me?
Yes.
That was the next step?
Yes.
Imagine that. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So he said, come meet somebody I respect that's helping me.
Exactly.
His name is Scott.
Yep.
And that's what happened?
He said it's one of the most successful people I know, and I completely agree with that. And he said he's become a very close, great friend of mine, and he's willing to help all of us. So.
Wow. So how many of you are learning something right now? Did maybe learn from his story? Okay. Has even his plight, if you will? Has that given you a sense of like, oh my goodness, if this young man can go through those challenges at 17, what's my issue? Did any of you just have that process go through your head? Like, what's holding me back? If a 17-year-old young man can have that kind of an attitude and a focus on life, can you all make a decision to play a little bit larger with yourselves? Yeah, I think so too. So I think you develop some pretty thick skin for a young man. And that's why I'm so happy. And I know there's more to your story. And at some point, I'm sure you'll feel great about talking about that. Of course. So, but today, thank you very much for sharing what you did. Thank you,